Halo 2 TLDR. We cold open to some spaceships and words you forget as soon as you've read them. Keith David is collecting a paycheck. Here we go with a very phallic tribunal because someone broke a combat-evolved promise ring and someone has to take the blame. Meanwhile, nondescript southern accent man-child sons Master Chief into a waste-of-time tutorial.
Tell that to the Covenant.
Impossibly indestructible guy from the first game is back, but now he's fancy. Suck-off ceremony for Chief and friends / a pegging of Keith David. Cortana looks like this now. Sometimes.
Uh-oh, aliens.
I need a weapon.
Why not two? And it feels amazing. Also, there's a bomb.
Permission to leave the station.
For what purpose, Master Chief?
To have the most epic Dorito finger moment?
Permission granted.
Chief chucks the aliens' bomb back at the aliens. Chief will die if he floaty jumps too far, but he can hit a spaceship at Mach 12, and it's chill as long as it's a cutscene.
For a brick, he flew pretty good.
Cut to modern day LA. No one wears a respirator with all that carcinogenic concrete dust everywhere, so prep for a major healthcare epidemic, but no one wants to talk about that. Anyway, Chief kills some aliens. Beep boop bop around town. The new Warthog is incredibly flammable. Impossibly indestructible guy gives us a tank.
Oh, I know what the ladies like.
Gallipoli a bunch of Covenant alien vehicles with the tank. Go through a tunnel and, make a new friend. Play with the Covenant jet ski for a while. Friend is dead. GTA this giant walker beetle mech. Lady Officer, Impossible Indestructible Guy, and Chief go with the Covenant through the portal, and it feels kinda clingy and embarrassing. Everything you've done so far is trivialized because the Covenant telenuke the city. Meanwhile, the phallic Keith David alien, who everyone was mad at the beginning, is given some BDSM gimp gear to CIA assassinate a heretic. Suddenly, you have to pretend like playing a character you'd outright kill on sight normally means something. Try not to kill the aliens that are on your own team. Don't worry, they all look the same. Quick, which one's on your team? You give a red-pilled guy a murder, and then you meet the pretentious robot from the last game. He starts to talk sense to the Gimp, and it becomes really apparent that the Covenant are dumb as bricks. Menacing Monkey is prominently sketchy. We're 3 hours in and we finally land on Halo 2. Chief murders some aliens in some old buildings, gets a tank, runs into graphic problems, and murders more aliens in more old buildings. Chief does some sniping, then goes down into some kind of temple and makes short work of the ceremonial guards because Chief knows how to dual wield. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs, the aliens are trying to start the engine on Halo 2, better stop them or whatever. More sniping and temple fighting. For like an hour or whatever. Also this really dumb underwater elevator. Stay awake for the gondola ride and then a bunch of alien ships show up. This would be another epic Doritos finger moment if it meant anything, which it doesn't, and you prove that by beating the Covenant's leadership to death with your fist. Independence Day laser stuff, then suddenly Chief is in Japan. The Covenant are so upset that Chief beat their leadership to death with his fist that they dump the phallic boys for Wookiees as their new ceremonial guards, whatever. It's not gonna have any ramifications, right? The Covenant leadership make a big show of how stupid they are, and then send the Gimp off to go get a key to start the engine of Deathring Halo 2. The Gimp kills a lot of Flood and bonds with White Armor Guy. Also,
Go, officer. I'll follow when our reinforcements arrive.
oh boy, another elevator or gondola or whatever ride where the AI turns off and it's too dark to see. These two nitwits are getting the Halo 2 key, but more importantly, McKenzie and Perez go missing.
McKenzie, Perez, how's our exit? You hear me, Marines?
Everyone is devastated. Menacing Monkey steals the key, reveals more stupidity by the Covenant leadership, and zaps the Gimp all the way to Japan. What is with this game and phallic stuff? Whoever made this needs a combination of therapy and prison. A giant uncircumcised worm exposition dumps and also has some kind of teleportation powers to teleport Chief to wherever the remainder of the Covenant leadership is. This is what's called a Deus Ex Machina moment, and where the story completely unravels itself.
Boo.
So, Chief is on a Covenant world of some kind and has to fight Covenant, who are also fighting Covenant because the Covenant betrayed the Covenant because the plot. Go fight for an hour.
You might consider sitting this one out.
Now's a good time to have a toilet break from all of that Mountain Dew, because waiting this one out is real-time boring. One of the Covenant leaders gets herpes, no one wants to touch him anymore.
Let him be.
Meanwhile, Gimpy fights Wookiees in a multi-hour-long slog through a forest, a cave, temples, whatever. Nothing he does is important. Hey, White Armor friend's back.
By the rings.
Menacing Monkey takes Lady Officer on a date. At this point, everything is beginning to blend together. Who are we playing as? What are we doing? Where are we supposed to be going? The story elements are murky at best and are being told in overlapping segments. Sometimes cutscenes are being cut off mid-scene, then restarted later. The Flood is just everywhere and I'm getting a headache. Chief fights Flood in the Covenant Space City to get to a jump thing, to get to a ship that's on its way to Earth, because why not? Meanwhile, the Gimp is still fighting. Impossibly Indestructible Guy keeps rolling nat 20s on every luck check, and he just beat his captors and stole a water beetle mech.
Come on, grab a baby and give me some cover. Gonna know what's coming.
Babysit the beetle mech. Don't get frustrated just because this is futile, unnecessary, and tedious. Get to the temple and kill some Wookiees. Lady Officer is having a bad date and is being forced to Halo 2, and I identify with her reluctance. Menacing Monkey proves that no amount of logic and straightforward explanation will stop him from being a dickhead. Don't fall off the cliff. Shoot the Menacing Monkey to death so Lady Officer can turn off the apocalypse. Turns out there are like 6 more Halo games just floating around out there, still unplayed at this point. Meanwhile, Chief is in a ship going towards Earth, and people are freaking out about it, but he told the nerds to chill.
Finishing this fight.
But the game is actually over, so that's kind of a lie. After all of this, it turns out the actual hero of the game is the Halo 2 multiplayer.